We're back on the crafted SMP, where spawn is looking absolutely beautiful, but it's missing a few things, like somewhere to get food, and somewhere for our hoofed friends to take shelter. Poor horse. So join me in this episode to take on some serious spawn improvements. Like I said, we can't just live off of these little crops in our garden, and we are the animal lady of the server, so we have to make sure that the animals and us have plenty to eat. So let's go build some pretty farms. As I said, we need enough food for us and the animals to eat. Plus, this is crafted, it's gotta be cute too. So I started by making these cute circular farms, which might look small but can fit over a stack of wheat in there, so there is plenty. By getting rid of the big fields, there was more space for other types of crops like carrots and potatoes for our pig friends. And we can eat the baked potatoes as well, so win-win. Everyone on Crafted loves to collect animals. And as the animal lady, it is my job to provide. And one thing that I've noticed is that the people love cats. And what do cats love to eat? That's right, fish. So I chose to make the spawn fishing docks. Just like last season, I built a little house for us to use and, of course, the actual docks. Fishing in Minecraft early game is super OP. You can get XP, food, and treasures. So we can feed all of the cats that we will ever need. Plus, we can enchant our gear soon, so that sounds like an awesome plan to me. At this point, spawn is starting to come together a lot more, so you will see in other people's videos, if you're new to this series through my channel, that there's loads going on and just so much fun is happening here, and I love this server so much. So definitely go check out everyone else's channels, and if you are new here and you've watched this far, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment down below for all of the cats that we are going to put on this dock. And now I think it's time for the tour. Now, it's about time that I give you the real tour of this place, starting with this beautiful bridge behind me. So our friend Ruby made this bridge, and honestly, I have to say, it is the cutest bridge I have ever seen in my life. I need bridge lessons from this woman. Also, the Rapunzel lanterns. They're so cute. I want them everywhere in my base, and I will. I'm stealing that from you, Ruby. I'm stealing it, and I'm going to use it. So now we have farms for pumpkins over here. Oh, I just destroyed that. Well, ignore that I just pretend. And melons over here. So we are stocked up on pumpkins and melons, which villagers love to trade. So I'm sure that the girls will love to use those to get some emeralds in the future. And then down here we have carrots and wheat and potatoes. And then we go through the wheat field, actually, and we end up at the back of this marvellous barn that Jossie and Daisy built, which I won't show you too much of in detail because you'll have to go and check those out, their videos out, to see them building it, because I don't want to ruin that. We have a sugarcane farm which actually produces lots of sugarcane. It looks tiny, but it does its job very well. And then we have plenty of space back here to add more farms for beetroot and stuff if the girls want to add those and have those in the farm area. But we have potatoes and carrots and stuff, which, you know, we've got wheat for the cows, carrots for the piggies, and the potatoes are just great food for us. We can bake them and they'll give enough hunger back, and they're quite easy to get because you punch one and you get multiple back out of it, which is super, super fun. So, moving on, it's turning dark, but no worries, because if we go over to the dock area that you just saw me build, we actually have a bed in there, because like last time, I put a bed in the fishing shack because, well, if you're fishing all day, you don't want to run over and have to run all the way back to get your bed. You just sleep here. We have plenty of barrels in here as well for any trash that the fishing gives us that we don't want, that maybe some other goblin-like friends might actually want to sell. So we can put them all in the barrels in here, and yeah, it'll be plenty of fun. So out here we have plenty of seats for our friends to sit on, which I purposely made it very very open to have as many people as possible over here, because in the summer I would like to run a little event slash tournament of fishing, so that could be really fun as a future thing. Over there is just some drying racks for some fish that the fishermen have got out of the water, and of course we've got lots of cats hanging around waiting for some spare fish. Over here in the barn that these amazing people built, I actually decorated the inside with just some foliage and bushes and hay bales, and gave every animal a place to live. So we've got the pigs, the cows, a unicorn who clearly thinks it's a cow, the sheep, and the chickens. So everyone has a little space to live, and that's that area done. But for now, I think we need to meet up with the girls and go on a Nether adventure. I really hope I don't die. But before we can go into the Nether, we have to build the portal. We decided to make the portal for this server a cute purple heart. So after building the shape into the hill, I terraformed around it to make it look like part of the landscape, rather than just plopping it down somewhere and leaving it. I do have to pre-warn you that due to technical issues that I was having before going into the Nether, I wasn't actually able to record a lot of it, and I didn't get any audio from anybody else, and a lot happened. So I'm going to fill you in with voiceover Phosie, so you gotta get used to my voiceover voice. Then we all met up at the spawn portal that I'd built, and me and Jossie did the honour of lighting the portal for the very first time. Yay! We all had a celebration, and then of course hopped right in. We gathered some wood and started our adventures into the Crimson Forest, where I died for the very first time in lava. Not long after, Jossie also died, and we headed back to the Nether together. Well, it's a good job I'm rich. Ow. Your cactus outside got me. It attacked me. Hello. Do you think I can make this jump? Ooh. Nope. Ooh.
What jump? Oh. Nice.
Did it. After the deaths, we thought we were good enough, well, basically invincible enough, to take on a bastion. Unfortunately, for the first time ever in England, it decided to be sunny. I could barely see the screen, and that meant that this happened. Yes, I died again. So I made my way all the way back to where the girls were. Now fearing for my clearly fragile life, I decided to just collect Gil's Blackstone while the others battled it out for the loot. I continued gathering blocks instead of fighting because I was genuinely about to rage quit if I had to get back there again. While I was gathering some of the warped woods, the girls wandered off into the abyss of the Nether to find a Nether fortress. So I made a very interesting journey to find them, stopping to barter with piglins and admire the scenery. I eventually made it to where the others had gone, which was straight into the side of a Nether fortress. I got some blaze rods and fought the wither skellies until I found them somewhere in the maze.
Yes, Phosie. Yes, queen. Get into it.
Until I found them, and we were finally reunited. So we headed off towards the nearest soul sand valley to find ourselves some happy gas. Getting this achievement for crossing every single biome in the Nether. I am gonna just let you have your bath. Self-care, girl, self-care. I found one, I think. I think there's one up here. I think it's in this. Here he is. He's so cute. Come with me, little fella. I think there's another one up there. He's floating. Oh no. Poor guy. I need to save him. Without him falling. Making my way back home, yet another unfortunate event unfolded. I panicked and hit a piglin who took great joy in murdering me very quickly and very aggressively, and then genuinely rage quit the game and had to go have some chocolate And then I came back and everything was okay because the chocolate fixes everything. So I realized I never actually gave you a tour of this place. Oh, there's a creeper. No, 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 no. Go away. You're ruining my video tour. Okay, he's gone. Anyway, now that he's gone, this is the spawn portal. It's a cute little heart, but I showed you that on the flashback, and it is super cute. I wanted it to be like inside of a hill, and I think I did okay there. And the amethyst is just so cool. The hanging roots, everything just make this look so good. And then this is the Nether prep shed with free boots, which was full, but I died a lot. Free shields, free food for everyone to gather, and if they died, they could take some so that they didn't have to waste much time. I also like to put a bed near my Nether portals, just because if you die, you can respawn there and just run straight back really quick. I didn't do that because I did not have a brain, but also when I come back from the Nether, a lot of the time it is actually dark outside, so I want to sleep straight away. So that is the Nether portal, guys. And yeah, so we went in there, died a lot, and now we're back. And I think it's time to finally get to the animal part of the animal lady. So let's get into it. In Crafted, we like to stay as early / mid-game as we can for as long as possible to give this SMP the feel of an old Minecraft video or just a cute little cozy vibe. So, because of that, part of the fun is using paths to connect the whole world, which we will walk along. But who wants to walk along a path when you can ride in style on a unicorn? So we are using the Prettier Horses texture pack, which actually adds in unicorns to the game. But to get those, someone has to do the hard job of breeding really fast horses and selling them, as well as actually getting the horse colours that people want. And that person is me. As the animal lady of the server, it is my job to provide people with cool mounts. And for this, I need somewhere to take orders and sell anything that their horse friends might need, as well as providing a cozy place for the horses to live when they are not being ridden. So of course I built my horse shop, which is lovingly named Hooves. Like, I guess I don't really know like what, but it's named Hooves. And of course built some stables for the rest of these little guys to live. I promise this is the last tour of this video, but are you ready to see Hooves in all of its glory? It is turning nighttime, and that's okay because this place looks really cool at night. So now we have a long path joining us to the spawn road, and this is the Hooves. Okay. So I'm super excited about this project because it is so fun. So every single person on the server has their very own stable for their very own horse. So as you can see, Jossie is my stable neighbour. This is a place where people will receive their orders of horses and where they can keep them if they come visit spawn later on in the season. For instance, if we get together to do an event. This unicorn I found on the hills over there, and I've put it in Emil's stable, ready for her to come and collect, or just to leave that as her permanent stable horse, I guess. So that's the stables. Moving on to this area over here, this is really cool. This is the rental horse area. So these horses are free for people to use and take, but they have to bring them back when they're finished with them so that other people can use them. This is basically for if people have forgotten to bring their horses to the spawn for some kind of adventure or something, they won't feel like, oh no, okay, yeah, oh no, yeah, this is my cue to sleep. So as I was saying, these are horses for rent, so they aren't for sale, but people can come and freely use them as they wish, as long as they bring them back. If they want to go on a long adventure and can't afford a horse right now, or if they forget a horse in the future, they've still got pretty good stats. They're just, you know, not the highest of stats. So they won't be too slow or fall too far behind, but they can still have their very own little horse for an adventure. We have a little pond over here, which just, I thought, tied the area in together because that waterfall existed as it was naturally. I changed it a little bit to reroute it. Don't ignore the horse heads. You don't want to know, really. You just don't want to know. Okay. So moving on, this is the shop for all the things that horse lovers might need, coming soon up there. I thought I'd get the horse armors, all the different kinds, and put them in there, but to do that we have to actually find them in the world, and right now I don't have the energy to go do that, so while we can open, I'm opening with this stuff. So 1 diamond for leather horse armor, because it actually took me so long to make leather horse armor, you don't understand. 2 diamonds for a saddle, because again, the leather and the iron was quite expensive for me to make, so that is why that's priced like that. And then moving on, 10 iron for a name tag, which I thought was pretty reasonable because iron is our lowest form of currency. 1 diamond for a lead, because again I had to kill so many spiders and eventually ended up going to a mineshaft to collect all of the string and still don't have enough string to make any more than that. 5 gold for a golden carrot, so that means people can breed their very own horses after they've bought their own, because those rental horses are not to be bred by other people. So 5 gold, which also goes into making more golden carrots for the rest of the server to use. So that's the shop. And these guys are just chilling out here. And I'm going to go through the rules with you now. As with every good shop, there are rules on how to set out your orders. So here's the quickest rundown I can give you. The people need to fill out an order form like the one to this side, so tell me their name, what they want and how much they're paying, and they need to pay me before I give them their horses, because obviously I've got to go breed it and that takes a lot of my time. And basically they're not allowed to pay in iron, gold or diamonds that mix and match, so they can't do like half iron and half gold. It has to be full payments in either one of these things. So 20 iron, 15 gold, 2 diamonds for a horse, because you know I can get a horse pretty easy. Whereas a unicorn, I have actually doubled the price for the unicorns because they're kind of harder to get. In fact, they're a lot harder to get, so that's doubled. Your horse will arrive quickly in the stables after the order has taken place, and since I've had to tame every single one of the horses, they need to meet with me to transfer the ownership to them to make sure that they are going to be good horse owners. So, the people need to pay in this barrel here and give a full payment before I actually give them the horse. And this is just a reminder that they don't pay for any of the other items in there, just the horses. So after that, I thank them for reading the rules, and the order forms begin on the next page. So when we have our first order, this will be filled in and I'll be able to see it on here, so I can just flip through and see the orders. So after that, I'll be able to click next and see the next order. So that'll be really useful of a system for me to use. And now I'm going to tell you how I make the unicorns, because it's actually kind of cool. So for some reason, when you breed horses in a dark oak, you actually get a unicorn, which is really interesting and kind of confusing, but I guess makes sense. It's kind of a magical place, I suppose. Anyway, sometimes when you bring horses here, they actually transfer into unicorns. I'm not sure at this point if they stay unicorns or if not, but we will see if they stay unicorns, because Smokey here is actually just a plain grey horse that I brought over here and had over here while I was breeding horses and realised, oh, they've become unicorns. So we shall see if they stay unicorns, but the babies of these guys definitely do, so we can breed to our heart's content anyone's unicorn preferences. So yeah, that's how I'm breeding unicorns, guys. It's pretty easy. Go find a dark oak forest and breed some horses. It works like magic. So on this server, Emile is actually selling player heads, which is really cool, and I want to give her this sign, which comes with a pun towards a player head which I got from my cow crusher, which I'm using to build my stock for my store. And yeah, it's a cow head, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I want to make a deal with her to get a cool mob head sign for my shop, and hopefully next episode we can work on a deal for that, but for now it's time to say goodbye. So that is the end of this episode of Crafted Season 2. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you've stayed this long, please consider subscribing and liking and commenting down below some names for our animals that we can name next episode. For now, bye bye!